So time management for 2024 NEET exam. How to give 3 effective revisions before the NEET exam. How to complete all the 2 to 3 years or 4 to 5 years of PYQs before the NEET exam. And how to solve as many as questions from the modules before the NEET exam. So for that, guys, don't think of NEET exam. That is very far. The nearest exam for us is May 19th INICET exam. Even if you start your revision today, which is on Feb 20, right? You know that May 19th you have INICET exam. Feb 20 to May 19 you have exactly 3 months. In these 3 months, what to do is, if you're not thorough with the notes, then become thorough with the notes. Keep 3 effective revisions of the class notes along with 2 to 3 years recent INICET papers. 2 to 3 years papers means every year, we have 2 papers of, we get 2 papers of INICET to 4 to 6 papers. If you are thorough with the class notes by revising effectively 2 to 3 times with 2 to 3 years INICET papers, the chance of getting a seat in INICET will increase. Right? By chance you're bad luck if you won't get a seat in the INICET. It is not because you're not capable of getting a seat in INICET. It is because the seats are less in the INICET. By chance you're bad luck if you won't get a seat. Guys, you should be happy because you are thorough with the notes. Now, there is high chance that not only you're going to get a seat, you can top in the NEET exam. So if you have not got the seat, then from May 20 to June 19, that is 1 month, what to do is start solving more number of questions. According to me, you need to solve 100 to 200 questions per day. Which questions? Now, because the INICET got over, now you have to concentrate on NEET PYQs and also MCQs in the modules from various apps. And while solving the questions, revise the topics from the notes related to the questions. Revise that like that. Right? Questions related topics revision you are giving from the notes. Though the entire revision of the notes is not happening, but the question related topics, PYQ topics are revised. Important MCQ topics are revised from the notes, because notes will be having visual memory. You can remember better and you can remember for long. Right? Like that, 1 month you have to solve questions, 100 to 200 questions per day. Even if you're solving 100 questions per day for 1 month, it will become 3,000 questions. If you're solving 200, then it will become 6,000 questions. And don't forget to give GT every week. So 4 GTs, and with 3,000 to 6,000 questions you can solve, and you can simultaneously revise the topics from the notes related to the questions. This is what you have to do for 1 month post INICET. By chance, if you won't get a seat, so before INICET you were thorough with the notes and you didn't get a seat. That's why now you are solving questions and you're revising the topics of the questions. Sir, why to stop on June 19? What to do after June 19? From June 20 to July 6, you have approximately 17 days. Now this is the time to revise 20th notebook, which is nothing but important topics from all the 19 subjects. Guys, there is one memory known as recent memory. Recently read things remember better than the things which I've read in the past. And that's why whatever you have read and revised so far, you have to revise them just before going to the exam. And as it is not possible to revise everything, whatever we have read just before going to the exam, that's why we prepare 20th notebook that is nothing but important topics from all the 19 subjects. If you have not prepared, it's okay. Open the notes and go through the important topics. That is the 20th notebook. So now till June 20 to July 6, go through the important topics, that is 20th notebook, and go to the exam. And this is how you have to plan, right? Your revision from now till NEET exam. And in between, don't forget to target INICET. And if you plan like how I have planned, then chances of getting a seat in INICET will increase. By chance you're bad luck, if you won't get, then you are the topper in the upcoming NEET exam. Sir, in our revision plan, we are just seeing that first we are thorough with the notes and then we are solving more number of questions. Simultaneously, if you try to do notes and questions both together, dividing the time equally, then you complete both, but you can't throw in anything. That's why first we are focusing on notes along with PYQs of INICET. Then we are focusing on PYQs and MCQs. And finally, reading the important topics, that is 20th notebook, going to the exam. It doesn't, right? Don't you feel that this is a nice, smart revision plan? If you feel, please follow it. Otherwise, you can modify it. Otherwise, leave it. Follow your own plan. You are mature enough to decide what is better for you. Because every person is different. Their personality is different. Their way of preparation is different. For everybody, the plan is different. Like, take this plan, get the idea, follow the plan exactly if it is feasible for you, otherwise modify it, otherwise leave it. Follow your own plan, but have a plan, a proper plan. That is important. Now the question is, sir, how can I give 2 to 3 effective revisions of the notes along with 2 to 3 years of INICET PYQs? For that, I have already explained in my previous video. That is Dr. Nassir's revolutionary revision blueprint. If you have seen, go and watch the video in detail, right, to understand the revolutionary revision blueprint, right, which helps you in giving 3 effective revisions before INICET. But in that video, I have not given you the time period, how much time to give for each and every question. That's why this is the video, to show you how much time you have to spend for each and every subject. So this is our revolutionary revision blueprint. If you have seen the video, if you have not seen, please watch the video first, and then come and see here the time period. Then come and see here the time period. If you see the time period now, right, according to our revision plan, you know that we have divided the 19 subjects into 5 groups. First group consists of anat, surgery, and OBG. How much time to spend for these subjects? So 3 to 5 days, approximately 3 to 5 days for anat, then 4 to 6 days for surgery, and another 4 to 6 days for OBG. So minimum 3 days and maximum 5 days, minimum 4 days, maximum 6 days. How it is? Sir, minimum and maximum based on what? Based on how well you are prepared at present. If you have revised already 2 to 3 times, then you can finish if you finish anat in 3 days, surgery OBG in 4 days. But if you have finished only one so far, then you may require more time, like 5 to 6 days. Like 5 to 6 days. Once you revise anat, surgery, and OBG, then go for second revision. In second revision, you have to give 5 to 6 days for all the 3 subjects. 2 days per subject, so 5 to 6 days. And then 1 day you have to spend for GT and reviewing the 3 subjects. So similarly, physio, right? Physio, you have to give 3 to 5 days. Patho, you have to give 3 to 5 days. Pharma, you have to give 3 to 5 days. Again, 5 to 6 days for revision, 1 day for GT. For medicine, you require 6 to 8 days. Micro, 3 to 5 days. For PSM, you may require 4 to 6 days. Then 5 to 6 days of revision of the 3 subjects. Then 1 day for GT and reviewing the GT. Then pediatrics, you have to spend 1 to 2 days, psychiatry 1 to 2 days, derma 1 to 2 days, ophthalm you may require 2 to 3 days, sir, ENT 1 to 2 days, biochem 2 to 3 days, FM 1 to 2, radio 1 to 2, ortho 1 to 2, anesthesia 1 to 2, pediatrics 1 to 2, or maybe you require 2 to 3 days. Maybe you require 2 to 3 days. And then you have to spend 5 to 6 days in revising these 5 subjects, and then 1 day for GT. Sir, minimum time also have given if you have revised already 2 to 3 times. Maximum time also have given if you have not revised 2 to 3 times. 2 to 3 times. Then all the 19 subjects. Sir, all the 19 subjects, 19 days to 30 days. 19 days to 30 days. 19 days means one subject 1 day, to 19 subject 19 days. If you're not able to do that, then we have 11 major subjects, 8 minor subjects. 11 major subjects, if you give to 2 days, then 11 into 2, 22 days. 8 minor subject, 1 day each, so 8 days. So 22 plus 8 days, 30 days. Then 1 day to do GT. So this is the time period. Now, if you calculate the entire time period, how much it is taking for us to complete our revolutionary revision blueprint. First, we go for the least time what we have taken, and then we go for the highest time what we have taken. So if you consider first revision my time period varies minimum to maximum, but second revision, third revision time period is almost same for all. Sir, if you talk about first revision, if you take minimum days, sir, minimum days, then you can count and see it takes 45 days. 45 days. Right? If you calculate anat for 3 days, surgery 4 days, OBG 4 days, like if you calculate, it will come on around 45 days. That is 1.5 months. That is 1.5 months. And if you take the maximum time period, it will take 75 days. That is 2.5 months. 2.5 months. The second revision, 5 to 6 days means 25 days. If you take 5 days, 25 days. If you take 6 days, it will take 6, 5 or 30 days. So for GT, you require 5 days. For GT, you require 5 days plus last one GTs are 6 days. And third revision, the third revision you require, right, either 19 days or 30 days. 19 days or 30 days. Sir, if you right? Approximate here, sir, 1.5 months to 2 months, sorry, 2.5 months. Then 1 month for second revision. Then third revision requires, right, GTs and third revision, right? GTs and third revision may require 1 month. They require 1 month. So totally, if you calculate here, right? Sir, if you take minimum time period, then minimum time period is 1.5 months for first revision, 1 month for second revision, GTs and third revision. So total, it requires 3.5 months to complete 3 revisions. 3.5 months to complete 3 revisions. And if you go for maximum, then it requires 4.5 months. 4.5 months, so we don't have. Our aim is to complete 3 revisions before INICET. So from Feb 20 till INICET, we have 3 months in our hand. In 3 months, if you take the minimum time period, 1.5 months, first revision, if you can cover in 1.5 months, and second revision, you can cover in 2.5 months. 2.5 months, 2 revisions got over, right? Then you have 15 days left. In that, you can give GTs and you can give third revision as much as possible. Otherwise, you can complete 3 revisions if you want. If you can. And those who have not well prepared, those who are taking a lot of time, like first revision itself, if you take 2.5 months, then give the second revision and GT, sir, 3.5 months. So what I'm trying to tell is, if you have not prepared, you can give at least 2 revisions with GTs before INICET. Those who are well prepared, they can give 3 revisions and GTs before INICET. And after INICET, though, we have to solve 100 to 200 questions per day for 1 month with revising the topics from the notes. PYQ, questions related topics. And last 17 days, we have to go for the 20th notebook, revise the 20th notebook. Right. So this is the time management for upcoming May 19 and July 7th, 2024 exams. So with that, guys, thank you very much. Right. Read well and revise more. For frequent updates on important topics and also entrance preparation, follow me on Instagram and Telegram. Subscribe this YouTube channel. All the best. Thank you.